Hi everyone and welcome to this 40-minute Vinyasa class. Let's get started at the top of our mats, feet hips width apart, and begin to roll the shoulders up and back and down, really loosening up the tension in the upper body, maybe adding the head into the mixture. And just beginning to loosen, ground through the feet, and draw the shoulders away from the ears. Relaxing the face, connecting with our breath. Find stillness and take one full breath in and out through the nose. Finding a side body stretch, ground through the left foot as you take the right foot behind you. Bring the right hand to the right hip. And on an inhale, press the left hip to the side as you reach the left hand up and overhead. Feeling a big pull through that left side of the waist, maybe that left shoulder. Exhale to release the hand, plant the right foot back down, and cross the left foot behind the right leg. Finding the stretch on the other side. Reach the right hand up and overhead. On an exhale, release the right hand. Plant the left foot back at the top of the mat. Interlace the hands behind you, pull the shoulders open, and begin to sit back as though you're coming into chair pose. Keep reaching the heart forward, lifting the gaze. And then coming into chair pose, release the hands, raise the arms overhead, and keep pressing the hips down and back. On an inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Finding two more. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step the feet back to high plank. Option to lower to the knees. And then making our way through a vinyasa. Shift the weight forward. Tuck the elbows near the ribs. And then inhale for baby cobra or upward facing dog. On your exhale, round over the toes and press back downward facing dog. Walk the feet out, bending one knee at a time. Beginning to press that upper body towards the thighs and lengthening the back of the legs. Find stillness in your down dog. Moving like a wave, on your inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale to lower the knees and send the hips high for downward dog. Moving intuitively here. As we roll like a wave, crash, and draw ourselves back and up. Take 3 to 5 more rounds here at your own pace. And settling into your downward facing dog for 3 full breaths. On your next inhale, roll forward to high plank, lower the knees, drop the belly, lift the gaze for cat. And on an exhale, shift your weight back to the heels as you find this wave-like motion rolling forward and back, warming up the spine, and focusing more on what this feels like. Keep moving with the breath, taking a couple more rounds. Really feel into all of the tightness, maybe any tension in the body. And then begin to sway your hips side to side, staying with the feeling. Moving whatever way your body is asking for today. And coming to puppy pose, staying high on the knees, begin to walk the hands forward as you melt the upper body and the forehead to the mat. Breathing into the shoulders. On your next inhale, lift the gaze, coming to Sphinx pose. Lower onto the belly and bring the forearms parallel with one another. Breathing into the small back bend. Coming into a quad stretch. Place the right forearm in front of the belly as you bend the left knee and grab onto the top of the left foot, pressing the foot towards your seat. Keep lifting the chest, either gazing to the left or gazing forward. Slowly release that foot and coming to the other side. Use the left forearm for support as you bend the right knee and reach around for the top of the right foot. Pulling that right shoulder open, lifting and gazing forward. Slowly release that foot. Take the hands beside the ribs, sitting up for upward facing dog. On your inhale, press through the hands, lift the thighs off the ground, lift the gaze. On the exhale, round over the toes, downward facing dog. Tailbone goes high. Coming to three-legged dog, grounding through that left foot. On your inhale, sweep the right leg high. Exhale, right knee comes to right tricep. Pause for a moment. Inhale for three-legged dog. Crossing the body, draw the right knee over to the left tricep. And staying here or finding fallen angel, coming to that knife edge of the right foot. Sweep the left arm up and overhead. Plant the left hand back down as you send that right leg high for three-legged dog. And on your exhale, begin to shift the weight over to the left side of the foot as you find side plank. Right hand reaches high. And taking the option with tree legs, or finding any other variation that serves you today. Staying in your side plank or finding wild thing, step the right foot behind you and press the hips towards the sky. On your exhale, plant that right hand down and step the right foot in between the hands, low lunge. Arms reach overhead, palms touch. Take 3 breaths here. And on your exhale, cactus the arms open. Breathing as you pull the shoulder blades back toward one another. Inhale to send the hands high. Exhale, coming to half splits. Begin to straighten that right leg, staying high on the fingertips. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. And exhale to fold over the right thigh. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Take a few moments breathing here. Focusing on that right hamstring. On an inhale, lift the gaze, come back to low lunge. Reach the arms overhead and twist the body open to the right. Left hand reaches forward. Finding reverse low lunge. Right hand reaches for the back of the left thigh. Left bicep beside left ear. On the inhale, plant the left hand down, reach the right hand overhead as you tuck the back toe and lift the back knee. Begin to heel toe the right foot to the outside edge of the mat. And then finding a big stretch in that right outer hip and IT band. Begin to lower the hips down toward the ground. Reaching that right hand to the back of the mat. Inhale to lift the hips. Gaze up at the right fingertips. And then planting both hands back down, heel toeing that right foot back in. Come to pyramid as you step the left foot in and straighten the right leg. Breathing again into that right hamstring. Allow the neck to relax, the head to hang heavy. Option to walk the hands to the back of the mat, beginning to straighten the arms. And then finding a revolved triangle, plant the left hand down, reach the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, release the right hand to the mat, step that left foot back, and cartwheel your way up to warrior 2. Right hand reaches forward. Take a big breath in to lengthen, reaching forward a little more. Exhale, flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Inhale for side angle. Right forearm rests lightly on the right knee. Left bicep beside left ear. Inhale for reverse triangle. Straighten the front leg. Left hand reaches for that back leg. Right arm reaches overhead. Inhale for triangle. Rotate the body forward. Right hand rests lightly on that right shin or ankle. Gazing down at the mat, plant both hands, coming to standing splits. Begin to straighten that right leg as you fold forward, sending that left leg as high as you can. Take one more breath here. And planting the left foot back down on the ground, coming to a seated twist. Plant the left heel behind that left seat. Cross the right leg over top. Right hand comes behind you and left forearm hooks onto that right knee. Gaze back over the right shoulder. Breathe into the lower back. Inhale to recenter yourself. Coming back to the top of the mat, reverse the movement and press back for downward facing dog. Inhale to shift the weight forward. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale for the back bend of your choice. And exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Grounding through that right foot. On an inhale, sweep the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, lift knee to lift tricep. Pause for a moment. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, cross the body, lift knee to right tricep. Coming to fallen star on the other side, step that left foot all the way through. Reach the right hand high. Exhale, release the right hand down. Send that left leg back for three-legged dog. Begin to roll onto the outside edge of that left foot, finding side plank with the tree legs or any other variation that serves you. Left hand reaches high, and staying here or finding wild thing, step the left foot behind you, press the hips to the sky as the head drops back. On your inhale, roll yourself forward and then step the left foot in between the hands, low lunge. Hands reach overhead, palms touch. Exhale to cactus the arms open. Draw the shoulder blades toward one another. Inhale, reach the hands high. And exhale, plant the hands around that front foot, shifting our way back for half splits. Begin to straighten the left leg, curl the left toes towards you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. Breathing into that left hamstring. On your next inhale, come back to your low lunge. Reach the hands high and open the body up for the twist to the left. Exhale, reverse your low lunge. Inhale to plant that right hand down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. And extend that left arm toward the sky, gazing at the fingertips. Begin to heel toe the left foot to the outside edge of the mat. And gently sink the hips down as you find a big stretch through that left hip and IT band. Left hand reaches to the back of the mat. Inhale to lift the hips, planting both hands around that front foot. Step the right foot in for pyramid pose, straightening the left leg and taking the fold. Beginning to walk the hands to the back of the mat, straightening the arms. Take 2 full breaths here. And finding revolved triangle, walk the hands forward, planting that right hand down. Reach the left hand to the sky. Exhale, gaze down at the mat. Plant that left hand down. And then cartwheel your way to warrior 2 on the other side. Left hand reaches forward. Big inhale. And on your exhale, flip the palm. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, finding extended side angle. Left forearm rests on that left thigh. Right arm reaches overhead. Inhale for reverse triangle. Right arm reaches for that back leg. Straightening that front leg. Inhale for triangle. Hinge from the hips. And extend the right hand up above you. Gazing up, keep pulling the chest open. Gaze down at your mat, release the right hand to the ground. And coming to standing splits, send the right leg high behind you as you fold over top of that left leg, allowing gravity to do most of the work here. Release the right foot back down to the ground, and then lower the knee, coming to that seated side twist on the other side. Left leg crosses over top, and then gazing back behind you over that left shoulder. Use the right forearm or elbow to hook the left knee. Inhale to recenter the body, staying low, coming into butterfly. Bring the soles of the feet together and grabbing onto the big toes. Find length through the spine. And exhale to fold forward. Maybe using the elbows to press the knees closer to the ground. Take 5 deep breaths here. On your next inhale, Gently draw the knees together and coming to frog pose, either coming to the short edge or the long edge of your mat, depending on the surface that you're practicing on. Extend the knees as wide as you like and turning the toes away from one another, coming onto the forearms. Gently begin to fold as you find this intense hip opener. Staying here for a few breaths. Allow yourself to soften with long exhales. Try to relax the facial muscles and release any extra tension you're feeling. Gently begin to come out of the stretch, pressing yourself upright and bringing the knees back together. Come to lie on your mat, staying on the forearms like Sphinx pose. We'll begin to rock the hips side to side, just resetting the lower back, resetting the hips. And take the hands under your shoulders, and on an inhale, lift for upward facing dog. On the exhale, press back for down dog. Optional last vinyasa here. Taking the flow. Or simply finding stillness in your down dog. Slowly roll the body forward, coming onto the knees. And make your way to child's pose, extending the hands to the top of the mat. Let the upper body rest on top of the thighs. Beginning to slow it down. Come back to your breath. And then finding wide-legged child's pose. Really soften. Feel heavy. Alleviating tension from the lower back. Bring the palms to touch at the base of your skull, finding a tricep stretch here. Staying with your natural rhythm of breath. Slowly release the hands back down to the mat. Finding thread the needle. Send the right arm underneath you over to the left side, resting on the right side of the face. Slowly make your way to thread the needle on the other side, sending the left arm underneath the body. Release the hands back to your neutral child's pose. Reach the right hand down for the right heel. Coming to half camel on an inhale. Come to stand on the knees as you sweep that left arm up and overhead. Exhale, release back to child's pose. Coming to the left side. Grabbing onto the left heel with the left hand. On your inhale, press yourself up and take the back bend as you reach the right arm to the back of the mat. Exhale, release the hips, come back to child's pose. Making our way to full camel, grabbing onto both heels, or maybe taking the hands at the base of the spine for support. Stand tall on the knees and find either half camel, full camel, or supported camel. Whatever back bend feels best for you today. We'll take 3 breaths here. Release the heels or the lower back and come to sit on the heels, placing the hands on the thighs. Close down the eyes and take full breaths in and out through the nose. Noticing any sensations, any feelings in the body. With the eyes still closed, we'll take a twist. Placing the right hand behind you, bring the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. And take your twist to the other side. Recenter yourself, and then make your way onto your back, hugging the knees into the chest. Gently rock side to side. And finding cow face pose legs. Cross that right leg over top of the left. And then reach around for that left knee, pulling the legs in close. Take a few deep breaths here. With the legs as they are, we'll find a supine twist, dropping the knees over to the left. Extend the right arm out beside you, actively grounding through both shoulders. On the inhale, draw your knees back to center and cross the left leg over top. Reaching round to grab that right knee or shin, pull the knees in close. Finding cow face pose legs on this side. Drop the legs over to the right as you extend the left arm out beside you, finding the twist on this side. Breathing into the lower back. Begin to unwind the knees, hugging the legs both in close to the chest once again, rock and roll side to side. And as we come into Shavasana, our final relaxation pose, extend the legs long, allow the arms to rest by your side, palms face up. Close down the eyes. Allow your practice to sink into the body. Shavasana. Begin to bring your awareness back to the space, wiggling the fingers and toes. Extend the arms overhead and find a full body stretch as you flex the feet. Take your time, rolling onto one side and pressing your way back to a seated position. Take a moment here and thank yourself for showing up today, for moving your body. Bring the hands to heart center and find a bow of gratitude for yourself and this time. Your practice is now complete. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next class.